What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you 3 viral effects that you need to add to your next music video. I made it so that they're all really recent and super unique, that way you can apply them to your music videos and instantly stand out. So make sure to stick around until the end if you want to learn all of this sauce. By the way, if you don't know me yet, my name is Gus and I run the Friendly File store in which I sell editing packs, presets, templates. I just dropped my brand new pack, Fun Effects, that allows you to build your own universe and have crazy cartoon, anime, Y2K effects, you name it, in a matter of single drag and drop. If you want to check that out, I'll leave down in the description. Now with that said, let's get into this banger guys, let's get it. So the first effect I'm going to show you how to do is this super trippy silhouette effect. Now how I did this effect is actually pretty simple. What you want to do is have the clip that you want. So we're going to rotoscope these 2 characters, and what's super cool now in After Effects, we have the object matte tool, so it allows it to rotoscope really fast. So we're going to double click on our layer, and as you can see, you already have these 2 already selected. So we're going to click on the lady right here, and we're going to click on this guy right here.
I cut the crack with it.
Now as you can see, it's not perfect. To tweak it to your liking, just go over there to quick selection tool, and then you can alt click to reduce what you don't want. Once that's done, we can just press on spacebar, and now it's going to rotoscope our layer. I think we can stop. There we go. So once that's done, we're going to freeze it. It is so much faster to do rotoscoping guys now that there's the object matte tool. I feel like it really allows us to dig more into the creative side of things, which I absolutely love. Perfect. Now we have this. So if we solo this out, we have this rotoscope layer, which is perfect. Now let's start the shenanigans. We're just going to rename this roto, that way we know what it is. So these are going to be the characters, and then let's call this background. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the background layer right here. We're going to do fun stuff to it. Let's put it above the roto, this one, and let's just call this one FX. And in the effects tab, we're going to apply the effect time warp. This is one of my favorite effects right now guys. You can really achieve these trippy effects. This at the beginning is going to be at 100, and afterwards we're going to bump it to like 300. Now as you can see, it's going to speed off just like this. I think I'm going to make this even faster right here. So now we're going to have this. So for now, it doesn't look like anything too crazy. Actually, I want to try 600, what it does. So now we're going to have a lot more scenes changing. And then what we need to do, the effects layer, let's go to track matte, and then we're going to put it to the roto. So the alpha of this is going to have the FX layer in it. So now it's going fast, and as you can see, we have this silhouette effect. However, one thing I'd like to do is in the effects, we're going to do posterized time and actually slow down the frame rate, so we have something a bit more trippy. So as you can see, we have something a bit trippier right here. We could actually do something like 12 looks nice, and I feel like we should match frames for everything actually. So let's do an adjustment layer and apply posterized time. That way adjustment layer is going to apply on everything. Let's do 12, and now as you can see, we have this super fire trippy effect. For an even more nice effect, we could combine those and click on pre-compose, and let's call this FX plus roto, and then we can now apply a drop shadow to it. That way it's gonna separate it from the rest, which I think is gonna be cool, super trippy. And you can even slow down the posterized time to something you like a bit more, for like, let's say for example like 8 frames per second. Here is our first effect. Now the second effect I'm going to show you how to do, which I'm the most excited about, is this CRT TV effect. It is absolutely crazy, and you have this lyric text animation. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. All right, class in session, let's lock in. So as you can see, when the effect happens, there's this slow motion thing going on. We're going to use time warp once again, but in another way. Let's apply time warp, and one thing that's so important is at the beginning, leave it at 100 or else you get another frame, which is not what we want. Always go based on 100 speed at first. So we're going to keyframe. So we want this speed ramp effect. So at first it's going to be 100, then I'm going to go a few frames after to like 250. So now it's gonna go super fast. He starts looking at the camera. I want it to be like 25, right? So let's see what that looks like for now. Right, now that we're done with the speed ramp effect, we're gonna create that crazy old TV effect distortion. I feel like that's what really sells the effect. Now, usually to create this kind of effect, you would go and get a monitor, like a very old TV monitor. You gotta plug it, turn all the lights off. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not trying to do all that today. So I just pulled out my new favorite plugin. It's called CRT. We're gonna go and select the comp, basically effect 2 right here. So basically what this is gonna do is just give it that old TV look just within seconds. So as you can see, we get our effect right here. Let's see what it gives us. So now as you can see, we get this super realistic CRT TV effect, which is honestly insane to get in one click. I want to give a big shout out to fredpelle. He's actually the one that built this plugin. If you want to have these TV effects for yourself in one click, you can check it out down below. I even left you a discount code, that way you can save a few bucks off. I think I'm just going to increase the sharpness a bit and then increase the resolution as well. And I'm just going to select the CRT effect that I like the most. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here. So I'm just gonna start the CRT effect at this part right here. At first we're gonna have the effect, and then when it slows down, we're gonna switch to the CRT effect. So let's cut this right here, and now we're gonna have our effect. We're gonna zoom in right here and probably make it more like to the left, something like that. Let's see what that gives us for now. So as you can see, now we have this super clean CRT effect. And now we're going to create that text animation. So let's just go back to the original comp, and we're going to create this rectangle tool right here. And let's just create a rectangle right there. You can turn off the stroke. We just want it to be like basically red. Let's do something like dark red. And then we're going to create a new text layer, Command T, and then let's just write like cash, something like that. Yeah, with the $sign. That looks very cool. So let's just increase that one right here, and then we're just gonna make it a bit smaller. I'm gonna add a drop shadow to it. Then what I think I want to do is basically make them appear every few frames. So at first it's not gonna be here, but when this scene happens, this appear with the first text, and then 1, 2, 3 frames. Let's duplicate it, Command D, remove the first part, and then have the second one be a bit lower by changing the position property. Let's do the same thing. Let's just duplicate it, 1, 2, 3 frames after. Let's change it, put it here, and maybe one last one. There we go. We're gonna put it right here. So now we should have this. Fine. Now that we go back to the composition with the CRT plugin, let's see what that gives us. That is so fire. What the heck? That's so clean. I think I have like different type of glitches that we could add. Let's add something saucy, like this glitch for one. Oh, that's so clean. So I think we just need like a transition in between. I think I'm gonna go for like this kind of like turbulence transition here. I think it's gonna fit like super well with the effect. Let's just change the displacement to horizontal displacement, change the size until it's something small, just like this. And at its peak in the middle, you want to make it this big. The amount, let's keyframe this. Let's go 2 frames back, put it back to 0. And then let's go 2 frames after as well, put it back to 0 without any other properties. Let's see what that gives us for now. It's pretty clean. Now we get this glitchy effect. To add a bit more realism to it, we can increase the complexity, something like this. Let's see what we got. That's fire. I might just decrease the amount though. Let's make it like 1,000. Let's see. Yeah, that's clean. That's honestly so fire. Now here's our second effect. And the third effect I'm going to show you how to do is this super clean dark flash transition that you can actually use pretty much anywhere. Let me show you how to do it. So the first effect we're going to apply is this minimax effect. I'm going to apply it. So basically when there's the cut right here, you want to increase the radius to something like 33. A few frames before, put it back to 0. Then a few frames after, put it back to 0 as well. So for now, we're going to have this chill flash effect. We can do F9 to ease the transition to something like this. But what I actually like to do is make the direction strictly horizontal. So as you can see, it's like much smoother like this. You can increase the radius if you want to something like this. But as you can see, it's like way smoother. We can also apply turbulent displace onto it to add some sauce and get horizontal displacement once again. At the beginning, let's make the amount 300, something like that. And then at the beginning, 0, and then do the same at the end. So for now, we're gonna have this, but let's actually add some sauce to it by animating the random seed. Let's do time asterisk, and then let's do 200 so that it moves. So as you can see now, it wiggles a bit. We're gonna add some more sauce to it by adding the exposure effect to it, and then increasing the exposure in the middle. As usual, 0 before and then 0 after. Let's see what it looks like with a little flash. It is pretty clean. And then we're gonna finish it off. By adding the curves effect in the beginning. Let's keyframe this. In the middle, we're just gonna make all of this darker, like the low lights, put them lower, and then reset at the end. Now we're gonna have this super far glitch effect. Here's our final result. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and if it brought you any value, please consider subscribing. Please let me know in the comments what else you want to see on this channel. I drop bangers like these all the time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.